friends, welcome to Gamer Latte. I thought I would try out a new format for the channel today, and if all goes well, maybe this will be a regular thing. So there's something to break up me rambling on and on about Stardew until the pixelated cows come home, and also giving you lists of indies to try. Today I thought I would start a series where I give games that I didn't initially like a second chance. I think it's totally natural to bounce off of a game on your first attempt. I do it with everything. I didn't like Breaking Bad the first time I watched the first few episodes, so what does that tell you about my ability to judge things on first impression? But I know I'm not the only one who has tried a game, not been too sure, and then it just stays in this weird game purgatory in my library where I spent quite a lot of money on it, but I'm not sure I was enjoying it. But to encourage you getting your money's worth from games, and also, you know, just giving them a chance, because a lot of people spent a lot of time trying to make the best possible piece of art for us, I'm going to do a second chance series where I jump back in and I let you know how I got on. And the first game I'm going to do that with is Red Dead Online. I'll start with what I thought the first time I played, my first impression. I am a big Red Dead fan. It's easily my favourite IP from Rockstar. I loved the first game. I passionately loved the second game. Arthur Morgan is a beautiful man, and I would happily let him lasso me. I didn't know where I was going with that, and it got real weird real quick.
No wonder they all leave you.
But when I first dipped into Red Dead Online, solo, I think it's important to add, I was Billy No Mates of the Wild West, and I just felt a bit lost. In true online game with microtransactions fashion, they put you in the worst possible clothing, the worst horse, give you the worst items, and not even bland clothes. They're like dirty, ripped, holy rags that you have to walk around Saint-Denis in, whilst other players trot past you with entire owls on their head. So there was a definite feeling of starting with nothing, but also not really feeling compelled to get anything. I think it's widely known that Red Dead Online is a bit empty. It's, you know, it's nothing compared to the sensory overload that is GTA Online, for example. But after a few hours of riding around on my sad little scrawny nag, I bought a new horse called Bojack, and I did a few sort of half-hearted missions. I set the game down and I didn't touch it again until today. So this time I decided to jump on with a couple of friends. One was like me and had bounced off the game hard the first time, and the other had been getting into it recently, so we potted up. We started off dedicating our time to bounty hunting, and we had a really good time. The game, unsurprisingly, feels a lot less empty with two friends with you. It also makes you more of a target. You get noticed by more people, they will come for you. Other teams will try to lasso you. They'll try to interrupt certain missions you're doing. You might even dance with them in taverns, but it feels a lot busier. Valentine in particular always seems to have more real life traffic, although we always manage to get into a punch-up in Armadillo as well somehow. But yes, we also decided to spread our rolls out because they cost gold, usually 10 to 15 gold to start a roll, and the game gives you the most meagre little payouts of gold in an attempt to get you to just buy it with real money. So my friend took a bounty hunter roll, two of us were traders, one did the sort of wilderness profession, I forget what it's called, but the one where you have to peacefully take animals. And I also started a moonshine business later on, which worked really well because you can still do the missions even if you don't have the licenses for those specific things, other than the treasure hunter one, I think, but you still get paid, and it was great. We had access to every aspect of Red Dead Online without having to shell out loads. And we came away with loads of funny stories, some interesting glitches. I accidentally pushed a man off his horse and cart once when I was meant to sit next to him, and then all hell broke loose as a result. And that's the sort of thing I love about online games, where there's a little bit of a sandboxy element.
Come look at this guy at the back of this stagecoach.
I'd say the mini games and competitions aren't quite there yet. Some are a lot more fun than others, and compared to the madness again of GTA Online's mini games where anyone can make them and they are absolutely ludicrous, it just doesn't compare. Poker is really good fun in Red Dead Online. I am sad Red Dead 2, the actual main campaign, got rid of Liar's Dice, or the Liar's Dice style game that they had. It was excellent, but maybe they will add it back in eventually. I live in hope. That's the plus of online games too, they'll add things in. I think maybe Red Dead isn't adding things in quite as often as it should. But all in all, I feel like playing with friends is the way to go. If you're like me and you played it alone the first time, don't do that. Basically, don't do that. I recommend splitting roles. If you don't have anyone to play with, then I recommend picking a single role and dedicating time to that. Although I would really advise against doing missions that can encourage player interference. If you're a trader, do not do the long trade missions on your own. Just don't. Like, if you get robbed by a posse of 4, you have absolutely no chance of getting that cart back and keeping it. You might get it back once and then they will instantly shoot you and take it back. It'll ruin your real life day. It happened to me, so heed my warning. I would also really advise against spending any real money in that game. I don't think that would come as a surprise. Microtransactions are not my favourite thing. I feel they are slightly justified in games that are free. I feel they're completely unjustified in games that aren't free. Rockstar also reward you for sticking with the game and try to tempt you back anyway with free stuff. So you will get a pretty steady stream of free things just from playing the game. And the main reason I say you shouldn't spend money is because although Red Dead with friends is really good fun, it fully changed my mind about that game, I just don't think it has that much longevity. And the main reason why is that I guarantee you at least one friend will start getting bored and then you'll all slowly find yourself turning to other games to play instead. So yeah, just please don't spend too much of your real hard-earned cash, because then you'll only get annoyed and resentful when that one friend gets bored. It's not a guarantee, of course. I do think they aren't putting in new content as quickly as we are getting bored of what's already there. Once you finish the main campaign, there's not a huge amount to drive you to progress. I managed to get quite far in the Moonshine role quite quickly, and then I was at a little bit of a loss. We'd done the bounties, done plenty of trading, upgraded my camp a couple times, and done the Moonshine thing, and that was all within a few weeks as well. That could all change, of course. Who knows what they'll add in next? Perhaps they'll do like an Undead Nightmare style event. That could be fun. But all in all, if you're like me and you gave Red Dead Online a go solo, I wholeheartedly recommend you try it again with a pal or two, even posse up randomly, but then try to befriend who you get put with, so you're getting put with the same people, not just randoms every time. It's not the ideal option for female gamers in particular. We all know what talking to gamers online can be like as a woman, but the option is there. So yes, all in all, I don't know if I'm going to do like a star rating or a verdict, but my verdict would be, do try it again, particularly if you tried it alone. Try it with friends this time, or maybe try Reddit to try and match up with people. The Red Dead Online Reddit is quite active and actually quite interesting. It's given me new ideas for things to do in the game. I know there's like an Xbox community that does kind of trails together. It's all very cute. But yes, do give it another go, and yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video and if this is a concept you'd like to see again. There's a few other games that instantly spring to mind as ones I want to try again. I really want to give No Man's Sky a second go now they've added tons more stuff. I want to give Outer Wilds and Outer Worlds a go. I will try and keep those as separate as possible because it is confusing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this has encouraged you to give Red Dead Online a second go, and if you do, you know, hit me up. Come ride your horse over to my Moonshine Shack and we'll chat. But yes, please do give a thumbs up, a subscribe, a nice comment, you know, and yeah, have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.